Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make the unicorn cushion, which comes included with the Cool Maker sew and style machine. Let's get going.
You also get this sheet which has lots of pop out instructions of how to sew different stitches, and for each of the projects as well it shows you exactly which stitch you need to be using. So like here it says for unicorn ruffle, and then it says glitter fabric. So these are like templates, so you draw around these onto the fabric. So for example, the unicorn cushion, you make a little ruffle skirt for your unicorn. So what you do is you pop that out of the paper like this. Be really careful. See how easily that tore there. So if you're not filming this, do take your time and make sure you do a really neat, tidy job, so it's easier to draw around. So once you've popped your template out like this, what you have to do is you get your glitter fabric and you draw around the template onto the fabric and then cut that out. So you make sure you've got a pencil or a pen to hand so that you can quickly draw around that and cut it out. So the unicorn one that we've already cut out here, there's a second one here, so you make like a layered skirt. So I'll just go ahead now and pop this one out and cut out the shape of that too. So once they're both popped out there, you can see they are different sizes. So I'll just draw around and cut this one out now. So that's the two pieces cut out now. So the instructions say, using the unicorn pop-out patterns, trace and cut two pieces of glitter fabric, which we've done. Scrunch the glitter fabric and place on top of the felt and sew with style string. Repeat using the smaller piece of glitter fabric. So, I'm assuming then that we have to, the instructions are not very clear. I'm assuming we have to sew it onto here. So, string then. Because we're doing the blue skirt, I think we'll choose the blue string. So to thread it up, you, from the top, go through the little holes here, there's two of them. This part drops down to the back, and then this part goes underneath the machine like that. Let me just turn this round so you can see. So you've got this bit at the back here. And then, if we push this through with our scrunched up skirt, so I'm guessing we have to do it like that so it's like the same size as the skirt. And then if we try and sew it on, we'll see what happens. So we turn the machine on down here. See the switch on the side? So see how it's lit up now, that's how you know it's on. If we go ahead now and see what happens when we try and sew this. So when we pull it off, you can see there it has sewn it on. from the back, you can see the thread's gone through. So what we need to do now is trim this bit. Trim it at the top as well. So you can see there I did stitch over the top of the horse a little bit. You do have to watch for that. Now if we re-thread it and repeat it again. So again, this goes under the bottom like that. We get our second layer, cover it up into ruffles. Switch on our machine. And if we pull it out, you can see it's sewn over. If we just trim this down, we can see what the skirt looks like. So that's the unicorn's finished skirt. It's quite cute. And what we need to do next is sew the cushion together. Now for this part, we do not need to use any thread, because when you're doing felt to felt, it'll do it without any thread. So this time, you can see this gap here. You need to line it up really carefully with this stitching line. And as you're going around, make sure you keep the cushion really neat together. That way it'll be a really tidy finish. So I'll just show you what I mean here. So we switch it on. I'm just going to stop here and show you. You can see that is secure, so we didn't need any thread. But I do just want to mention, see here how I've let it slip, but you don't need to worry too much because I can always just trim that off, so it's not the absolute end of the world if you do mess up a little bit like I did there. So I'll just carry on now where I was up to. We were here. You can kind of feel it. It's a bit bumpy. So you don't need to worry if you have to stop and start when you've not got thread in, it's not a problem. So I'll go ahead now and finish this off. So we switch now. See here it's kind of pulled over again, but as I say, it's not the end of the world. It's still really tight all the way around. Just kind of pull it back like that. Now the good thing about this is, I don't know if I've mentioned it already, there's no chance of you getting your finger in the needle, so it's really safe for kids. My daughter's 6. Now I'll be honest, I didn't think she'd be able to do this by herself, but she's probably not up to following these instructions yet, but she could definitely use some squares of felt and, you know, like make a little rectangular purse or a bag or something like that. So I would definitely say children aged 6 and over, safety-wise, can use this without any issues. So we'll just go ahead now. I do need to remember to leave space to put the stuffing in, but I'll just try and finish this now to show you the finished product. I'll switch it on. So that corner there was really tricky, but as I mentioned, it's not a problem. We can tidy that up after. So I've left a gap here now to put the stuffing in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So the stuffing looks like this. It's kind of foamy, fabricy. So if we pop that inside, I think this would make a cute little cushion like for my daughter's dolls or things like that. It's a bit small for maybe for her bed, but it'll look cute with the dolls, I think. So I'm not convinced you get enough stuff in here for both of the cushions. I'm about to use all of it here in one go. So you might have to find some extra stuffing from somewhere else, but you can just shred up old clothes or, you know, things like that. So that's all of the stuffing in there now. And we've got this last bit to sew. So I'm just going to go ahead now and get this finished up. There we go. That's the cushion completely finished now. So you can just push your stuffing up to the bit where you've not filled it. And that is the unicorn cushion project all done. My thoughts on this system are that it is really, really easy to use, especially if you're just using felt. When you're just using felt, you don't need to worry about using thread. You're literally just the needle going through it attaches everything together. Let me see if I can focus on that. You see how you've got like these little dots, and what happens is the felt from the first piece goes through to the second piece and that holds it together. See, I'm pulling that really hard there, like really hard, and it's not opening up. So it is brilliant the way it works. Let me just focus on that. You see? So it's really, really sturdy. There's a little bit there where I've missed. See how there's a little hole? But again, that's not a problem. What I can do is just go back and go over that again. So if I just switch it on. So that's it done now. See there, it's completely sealed. No danger of any stuffing coming out of there now. So the bits where it's a bit untidy, where I kind of moved the pieces, you can literally, see at the bottom there, that's probably the worst bit. You can literally just trim around it if it's annoying you that much. So, you know, like I can tidy it up like this, just to make it look, you know, completely perfect. So it's not the end of the world if you do smudge slightly. You can just go around it and still get that perfect look at the end. So all told then, I really, really do rate this set. Honestly, I was expecting to find it appalling and think that the quality was awful, but I am genuinely really happy with it. And I think the quality of the products at the end, I think that's super cute. I can see my daughter in particular loving making her own things with this. She's not particularly into unicorns, but yeah, I really, really do like it, and I can see her using this to make lots of like little purses and things like that for her friends. The stitching quality, again, it's, you know, it's pretty good. It's definitely not coming off. The good thing about it is you don't need to worry about tying knots and things like that. You literally just cut off where you finished and the job is done. Do let me know down below if you've got this set and if you've made this cushion yet and what you thought of yours. Thanks for watching. Bye.